I've got something to tell you! I finally decided to get married! Really? You're getting married, Gabby? Why are you reacting like that? Your little sister just told you she's getting married. Shouldn't you be saying congratulations? Of course. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. But wasn't there something you always said since you were really little? That you wanted to be like those girls on TV? You know, the supermodel type girls. You wanted to sleep with many men and live that kind of lifestyle. That you never wanted to get married. I specifically remember you saying you never wanted to settle down. That's old news. I've given up on all of that. Every day so many men are hitting on me all the time. To be honest, it's getting a little boring. I'm going on so many dates and getting so many presents. Being hot is so exhausting. That's why I've chosen to put an end to it all and get married. Oh, is that it? Sorry. You wouldn't know how I feel at all, would you? Your plain face has never been popular with men. Your personality isn't much better either. You're pretty much the equivalent to a human slice of bread. I actually can't believe someone actually married you. Yeah, right. I don't understand the struggles of being hot. But regardless, I'm amazed that you're getting married, Gabby. What's your fiancé like? Oh, I thought you'd ask me that. I think you'll be surprised when you hear. I mean, as your sister, I'm naturally interested in who you're marrying. Of course I'm going to ask. Is he a friend of mine? Is that why I'm going to be surprised? But I don't really have many male friends. Jen, you don't have many friends at all, let alone good-looking ones that I'd let marry me. You're ugly and not really cool. You've got no friends. It's really a tragic life. Yes, enough making fun of me. Just answer my question already. I want to know who in the world is marrying you, Gabby. I'm marrying your husband! What are you talking about? I said I'm marrying your husband. I'm marrying Ted. I don't understand. Well, are you surprised? It's more than surprise. What's going on? Why would Ted be marrying you, Gabby? He's my husband? He's your husband, but once you get divorced, he can marry me right away. It won't matter at all that he was your husband. All right, what's going on? Explain yourself. You couldn't possibly be. Did you have an affair with my husband? Well, what do you think? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Anyways, will you just sign the divorce papers soon? I mean, I couldn't forgive you for getting married before me, sis. I mean, how could someone that ugly get to wear a wedding dress before me? And you married a doctor. It's unbelievable. It doesn't suit you. You should be a wretched, lonely mess, sis. I really can't believe what I'm hearing. This is a joke, right? So you decided to steal Ted from me? What sort of garbage reason is that for stealing your sister's husband? Yeah, that's right. What's your problem? He wasn't happy, so what's wrong with breaking you up? What's wrong with you? I was so pissed off to see my ugly sister getting married to a doctor. I've been with like 100 guys, and none of them were as good as Ted. But you married the man you were dating in college. And he was a doctor on top of everything. You talked about him so much. Of course I'd want to tear your relationship to shreds. What's wrong with me being happy? This is psychotic. What did I ever do to you? Seriously? Just seeing your hideous face happy is more than enough trouble for me. Wow, that's horrible. Only beautiful people like me should be allowed to be happy and smile. Hideous monstrosities such as yourself should just continue through life comfortable in their wretched existence. Gabby, do you realize how terrible what you're doing is? Besides, Ted is already head over heels for me. All I had to do was come on to him a little. He just immediately took me out for dinner. It was actually way easier than I thought. He told me that I'm so much more beautiful than you. He's madly in love with me. When I asked him if he'd like to be with me instead, he immediately said yes. Ted did that? Of course! Dad is also happy that I'm marrying Ted. He thought Ted and I would make a better couple since you started dating him. He said if it makes me happy, then it's okay. Of course, everybody just loves me way too much. As much as I hate to admit it, I believe that he'd say that to you. This is classic. Everyone taking your side and completely abandoning me. I guess there's nothing you can do, huh? If one sister is beautiful and the other one is ugly, the beautiful one will get all of the attention, huh? Yep, our parents have been like that since we were little. Yeah, I guess after you got married, he built a new house for our parents to live with you. I guess it doesn't matter so long as one of us is his husband. So that's why Ted chose you as a wife. Bingo! You're ugly, but at least you're not stupid. Well, good luck with the divorce! Hey, Ted. I've already filled out the divorce papers. Just sign your parts and bring them to the courthouse. You've already done it? Yeah, I did. There didn't seem to be any other path forward. I'll get my things together shortly. But can I stay here a while longer? I've got to rent a place now. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I prepared some arrangements for you. You did? You're really well prepared, huh? You wanted me gone that quickly, huh? Hey, that's not fair. Weren't you the one who wanted this? I didn't want this at all. I'll send you the address to your apartment later. Once things have settled down, I'll come by. So, will you just stay there a little while? Hold on. What do you mean? You'll come by? Why would you come to see me after getting a divorce? Huh? Isn't it obvious? Obvious? It seems you're a bit out of the loop. Let's back up a bit. Could it be that you don't know what's going on, Jen? I really don't understand what's going on now. You're divorcing me and you're going to remarry Gabby, right? That's what Gabby told me. My parents agreed that you and Gabby should get married. So the four of you are going to live in this house while I have to leave, right? Wait, just hold on. Pump the brakes. Huh? I'm sending you the apartment address now. Once you've signed the divorce papers and gathered your things, can you go there? I'll clear everything up later when I can get over there. Clear everything up? Look, just head over there. You just need to believe in me. I'll meet you there. Hello! Sis, how does it feel now? Did you talk to Ted about the divorce? Yes, we did. We had quite the discussion about the divorce. I filled out the divorce papers quickly, so they're all signed. You did it! Thanks a million! My baby Ted is a savage! I didn't expect him to be so demanding to get you to sign the papers. There's nothing that can be done, though. Anybody'd want to get their hands on such a beautiful wife as soon as possible. Why, of course. You are so different from me. You're just such a beauty. You've received all of our parents' love. No boy could ever leave you alone either. Guess that's how life goes. It's a lottery, and luckily I won the jackpot. That's why your husband's already mine. I thought you'd get it once you talked to Ted. But there isn't a single person who needs you, sis. If you understand that now, quickly take the divorce papers down to the courthouse and disappear from everybody's life forever. You don't need to tell me that. They've already been brought to the courthouse. Bye-bye, Uggo. Have a nice life. I'll live happily ever after with Ted, Dad, and Mom. Yeah, I hope you have a good life as well. I woke up this morning and all of his things were gone. Oh yeah? Why'd you react like that? We were supposed to bring our marriage forms to the courthouse today. Don't tell me you kidnapped him. Kidnapped him? Why would I do that? It's so weird that he just up and vanished. Jen, you kidnapped him, didn't you? How could you even come up with something so ridiculous? Gabby, just calm down a little. What? How could I be calm right now? You didn't want me to take your husband from you, so you abducted him. You were so hurt that he was taken from you that you kidnapped him. I can't believe it. Don't do something so stupid. Return the doctor to me. How could you suggest that I kidnapped him? Ted is with me now of his own accord. I knew it. You kidnapped him and you're lying. I'm calling the cops. First of all, I'm 5'5". There's no way I could kidnap a grown man, so give that story up. Anyways, we're out to resubmit our marriage license. We're quite busy, so talk to you later. What? Hold on. What is this sudden development? You better mean you're submitting our marriage license, not yours. Ted is marrying me. I already told you. Why would you two be submitting documents to get married when you just got divorced?
The whole thing has been a symbolic gesture.
What are you talking about?
Why would I marry you? The only wife for me is Jen.
Wait a second. Who is this? Is this Ted?
Yeah, that's right. I wasn't kidnapped or taken away. I ran away of my own accord with Jen. We won't be returning back to that house. I have no intentions of meeting with you or your parents.
Why not? We need to get married.
I always thought you guys were odd. You all just terrorized your poor sister. Your parents overlooked all of your selfish actions. As Jen's husband, it was difficult to see how you behaved towards her every day.
What do you mean, difficult? It's always been like that. It's no big deal. It's natural to torment ugly folks. Only beautiful people deserve kindness. It's normal to treat hideous wrecks like trash.
How could you think something like that about your own sister? I hoped I could improve Jen's position, even just a little. That's why I moved in with you and your parents. That's why I helped remodel the property. But your parents never changed. And then you tried to steal me away from your sister. God, it makes me sick. So that's when I decided to do this. I get us both to slip away from that house together.
Seriously?
I didn't care what I had to do. I just pretended to be seduced by your charms. Nobody would ever want to marry you.
Hold on. Then you really never intended to marry me? You said you were going to make me your wife, though. Sorry, Gabby. I was always his. I'm always going to be his. Nice try, though. OMG! What have you done to me? Don't butt in out of nowhere, you hideous wretch. Don't start getting all cocky, you disgusting freak. Just because you finally found one person who can actually stand being around you. I'm not really being cocky. But it doesn't really matter. We've already left. We never intend to come back. We tentatively divorced for the sake of the ruse, but we're just going to get remarried. Let Mom and Dad know. Whatever. You'll be back sooner or later. I was never serious about taking your husband from you anyway. I'm more than satisfied with just getting the house. Now I get the new house and my ugly sister gets taken far away from me. Thanks so much. Could you let Ted know that he did a wonderful job of taking out the trash? What are you saying? You know that the house has to be paid off still, and that the loans are in our family's name, right? Oh, I guess maybe I should say your family's name. What are you talking about? Yeah, when the house was being rebuilt, Dad insisted that the house stayed in his name. He was just like, the house is mine, you'll just pay for it. I guess he's the real cocky one. Isn't that too bad? You can't be serious. Is that true? The whole loan is in Dad's name. All Ted was doing was giving Dad money. so that he could pay off the loan in his own name. Ted thought that would make Dad stop mocking me all the time. But it never did. He's regretted the situation every day since. Wait. If the person who has been paying all the bills is gone now... OMG, does that mean we're going to have to pay for it all ourselves? We're going to have to pay off the entire mortgage? I'm sure if you all work together, you can do it. Dad can't get away with not paying it back. I guess you'll be able to find somebody who can pay off the mortgage quickly. I mean, you're just so beautiful, right, Gabby? There's no way I could find a person who would do that. Stop screwing with me. I'm not screwing with you. Well, I guess the three of you are just going to have to work really hard. If the three of you work together, you should be able to do it. I can't work hard, though. Don't you know, sis? Dad quit his job. What? He was like, my son-in-law is a doctor, so I can retire. He's already handed in his resignation. We definitely can't pay off a mortgage now. Besides, Mom's always been a housewife. I want to party a bunch, so I only work 3 days a week. The three of you are really going to have to work hard, huh? We won't be able to do it even if we work hard. Hey, you don't need to come home, but can you just pay off the mortgage? We remodeled the house just because we thought that Ted would be paying for it. Dad's going to be mad that he broke his promise. But Ted didn't sign a contract or anything. He has no obligation to pay for any of it. What? Do you really think you guys can get away with this? If you thought that Ted was going to pay it this whole time, you probably shouldn't have behaved in a manner that made him feel like he needed to get the heck out of there. What? Do you mean we should have kissed up to you two all the time? Why did we have to fawn after such a hideous creature and its husband? I didn't need you to fawn over us. I never asked for that. But if you intend to live off of another's work, isn't it normal to at least expect a person like that to be nice to you? Shut up! I've heard enough of this. Just leave the money and go. You can go, so just send us the money. Just enough to pay off the mortgage. That's going to fall on Dad. It is his name on the contract, after all. Have a nice life. That's what we're going to do. After that, we left that horrible house and never looked back. We stayed in an apartment for the time being, but recently put a down payment on a house. It seems that my family couldn't pay their mortgage. Not very surprising, though, since they banked on Ted paying for all of it. So in the end, they had to let go of their newly remodeled house. After that, my jobless parents pressured my sister into getting the three of them a cheap apartment somewhere. That seems to be where they're living now. But every day my parents are badgering my sister to hurry up and marry into a rich family so they can get out of this awful situation. And whenever she does find a decent guy, my parents just bombard her with questions about his salary and if he'll let them all move in with her. It seems the relationship tends to sour after that.
Josie, I'm coming home. Sorry, but I was held up at work.
Not at all. Thank you for working so hard, Aiden. I can't complain. I haven't made dinner yet. I'm feeling really drained.
Not at all. You need to relax. Your belly's getting big now, so it must be tough. Is it easier if I just buy something on the way back? Is there anything you want? I'll go grab it.
I want a burger. Maybe it's not the healthiest thing for our baby, but it is what I'm craving right now.
You're normally careful. I'm sure it's fine just this once.
I guess. But are you sure? My favorite burger place isn't on your way back, Aiden.
If you don't mind waiting, I'll go get it. I want you to live as stress-free as possible, because you're going through a lot to give birth to our baby. I want you to eat what you want.
Oh, Aiden, you're so sweet. I'm so glad I married you. Thank you for always thinking of me.
Don't mention it. It's the least I can do. I won't be the one giving birth. I can be your punching bag at least.
Punching bag? Don't worry, I'm not going to hit you.
But Josie, it's going to be tough for you. So I want to help you in any way I can.
Thank you. I'll do my best to make sure the birth goes well and we get a healthy baby. But there is one thing that bothers me.
Yeah? What is it?
You buy too much baby stuff. After finding out she's a girl, you've been buying way too many clothes and toys. Our house is going to be full of just the baby stuff.
Well, you know, since I found out she's a girl, I see cute clothes and want to get them for her.
But babies grow up so fast, and people will probably give us stuff. So, no more buying baby stuff for now, Aiden.
But
Promise me.
I promise. Then I'll get the burgers and head home.
Drive carefully. I'm sorry about today, Aiden. You must have been so worried. I apologize about you having to drop work to come and see me.
Don't worry. Anybody would be worried if their pregnant wife was taken by an ambulance to the hospital. So you're feeling all right now?
Yep, fine now. My belly was feeling pretty bloated. Maybe I moved about too much.
Yeah, maybe. You're due in 1 month, so don't overdo it.
Got it. They said I'll be allowed home tomorrow. Once I'm out, I'll keep still at home.
Yeah, about that, Josie. Work needs me to go away on business for a while. Can you stay with your parents until the baby's born?
Oh, I see. It can't be helped if it's your work. But you'll be able to come back for the birth, right?
I'm going to do everything I can to be back.
So maybe you can't?
It really depends if they still need me.
Okay. I'll go get some things tomorrow and head over to my parents' place. I'll let you know if something happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My water broke. Hurry!
Huh? Sorry, can't. You'll have to do it alone.
What? What are you playing at? I thought you just came back from your business trip. You can't get out of work for this?
This isn't a work problem. I just don't feel like going either way.
I don't get it. What happened, Aiden? You suddenly got so cold towards me recently.
Your parents and sister are with you, right? Then you'll be just fine without me.
Why are you being so dismissive?
My phone's blowing up with calls from both your parents. Looks like they're pretty mad.
Of course. You're leaving your wife to deal with giving birth alone? You don't feel like it. What does that mean? They're really disappointed in you.
Oh, Kaylee just texted me that I'm a jerk. Am I a jerk?
Yeah, you're a real jerk. I'm about to give birth now. Whose child do you think I'm giving birth to?
It doesn't matter what you say to me. I'm not going. I don't think there's any need for me there.
Hey, what are you talking about? Aiden? You have to come. Seriously, Aiden, what's your problem? It's been 3 days since she was born. We haven't even decided on a name yet. We need to get her birth certificate sorted.
I was thinking of getting in touch with you. I thought you've had enough time to calm down.
Are you serious? Do you even realize what you're doing?
Yeah, I do. Your parents and sister keep sending me angry messages. Saying I'm a jerk, heartless, questioning if I'm ready to be a father. They've done nothing but complain to me.
What are you laughing about? No one trusts you anymore, Aiden. Of course they wouldn't. After you were so cold to your wife when she was giving birth. You haven't even visited us once since she was born.
Of course I wouldn't.
What? She's your child, Aiden. You're a father now. You need to take responsibility. You were looking forward to this so much.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it all right. Back when I thought she was my child.
Huh?
She's not my daughter, is she?
What are you talking about?
You're the one who knows best, Josie. I'm so stupid. I didn't notice your affair for so long.
I'm not having an affair.
I'm the one who should be asking you what you're talking about, Josie. The doctor told me something.
What did he say?
That time you got taken away in the ambulance. The doctor quietly warned me. He said he didn't want to directly tell you, but that I shouldn't put pressure on your belly suddenly. I didn't get it at first, but after thinking about it, I realized the horrifying truth.
What's that about? He didn't tell me a thing.
It means the doctor thought I did it. You can't blame him, because I was there ASAP after you got there.
You've got a disgusting imagination. You're trying to say I was having an affair while pregnant?
I couldn't think of any other possibility. We haven't done it since you got pregnant. You always told me that you weren't in the mood and that you were worried about the baby.
The doctor clearly made a mistake. You don't have any proof, but you decided all of this on your own? Don't you just want to escape from your responsibility as a father?
This is a matter that affects the baby's life. Of course, I did my research.
Research?
I had a suspicion, so I asked the doctor when the baby would have been conceived. You know, just an idea of when you got pregnant. The date he said matched the time I was away on a business trip. Although there might have been some room for error.
If there's room for error, that doesn't mean anything. You still don't have any proof.
That's not the only thing I found out. I kept track of what you were doing until you had the baby. You were regularly in contact with a particular man, even meeting him. You went to his house often, didn't you?
So you were spying on me? That's why you told me to go stay with my parents? Disgusting.
You're the one who's disgusting. What the hell were you doing, visiting another man while you were pregnant?
No, he said we should celebrate the birth beforehand. We've been friends a long time. Our relationship is platonic.
But I didn't even know about him? You would have introduced him if he was such a good friend.
I didn't want you to worry.
No, you've been seeing him for a long time, haven't you? From around your college days, right? A failed actor, isn't he? So that's why you felt the need to marry me.
You even went snooping about on Marvin?
Of course I did. I've got plenty of circumstantial evidence. I've even got photos of you going into his apartment. About the only thing missing is a paternity test.
Aiden, she's your daughter. You have to believe me.
Well, I don't believe it. I'll decide what to do after the paternity test. I found a place that can give me a result before the deadline for the birth certificate. Tomorrow, I'll collect a DNA sample from the baby.
No, I won't let you see her. What are you trying to do to your newborn child? Don't you feel a shred of responsibility toward your own daughter?
It can't be helped. This is a big deal for me and the baby. We'll soon find out from the result whether I do have any responsibility for the baby. If I'm the father, I'll raise her. Of course, we'll get a sample in a way that doesn't harm her.
No way. I won't let you in the hospital, Aiden. I'll list you as the father on the birth certificate form, and then I'll submit the papers.
Don't do that. Not that you can.
And why not? I don't think you understand. If I write it in, they'll accept it, and it's set in stone.
I'm saying that nobody will cooperate with you. You won't even be able to submit the papers.
What are you talking about? I've got the upper hand here. Everyone's on my side. My parents or Kaylee can go submit them for me.
I've already spoken to them, and I've explained everything.
What?
Your parents were so ashamed that they were crying. They apologized on your behalf and said that I don't need to see the baby. Kaylee said that she'll get the DNA sample for me. It's true. When you were staying at your parents' and you asked to be taken to Marvin's, I heard that Kaylee took you multiple times to his place. Your sister was appalled that she played a part in your affair.
This is all a misunderstanding. You're the father, Aiden, and I swear it. You wouldn't abandon your own child, would you?
Then you shouldn't have a problem with the paternity test.
But...
Anyway, your parents should be on their way to you. You'd better start thinking about your future. I can't decide what to do about the baby until the result is in. But I don't love you anymore, Josie.
Aiden, I'm so sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
For what? Cheating on me while you were pregnant? That the baby wasn't mine? Or because you married me to use as a walking ATM from the start?
For all of that. But I did actually love you, Aiden. You let me do whatever I wanted. You were so sweet, and I was so proud to have you as my husband.
But your heart really belonged to Marvin, the failed actor, right?
That's not true. I was planning to leave Marvin, but it all went on for longer than I wanted, and then I got pregnant. I was going to raise her as your child.
But you were going to keep seeing that guy, weren't you? You were just going to keep cheating on me while you used me to keep being a stay-at-home mom.
That's not how it was at all.
No, it happened this way because you had no intention of leaving him. Hurry up with the divorce papers. You realize that there's no one on your side anymore, right?
Look, I've got my hands full with the baby, but my parents won't raise a finger to help.
You should be grateful that they're letting you stay with them. What would you have done if they disowned you?
But newborns are hard work. My parents are constantly chewing me out about the divorce and the affair. I'm at my wit's end.
This is your own fault. Time to put on your big girl shoes. If you want help, why don't you go to Marvin?
His apartment is tiny. We can't raise a baby there. He doesn't earn that much. He can't afford to take care of me and the baby.
But he's the only one you can rely on now. He's the father anyway. Although when my lawyer told him that we'd be suing for emotional damages, he did say he was going to leave you.
Huh?
Oh, he didn't tell you. Then can you pretend I didn't say anything?
Wait a second. Did he really say that?
Sounds like he got his big break. He finally got a big acting role. So he doesn't have time for marriage, he said. Well, not that it concerns me. This is a matter for the two of you.
Why? He told me that we'd get married if he got famous. So he told me to wait until then.
Like I said, go discuss it with him. It won't be much longer until we're complete strangers.
Aiden, what should I do?
I don't know, you need to think about it by yourself. Just make sure you take good care of your daughter. She's innocent in all of this. You need to take responsibility and care for her.
I can't do it alone. I only had her because I thought we could raise her together, Aiden. Look, I know you're not the biological father, but I think you'd be a better father for her than Marvin. So, can't you be her father until she grows up?
Easy for you to say. How long are you going to keep trying to use me?
But you were looking forward to having her so much. You might not be related to her in blood, but I'm sure you'll be a great father, Aiden.
I'm really impressed by your persistence in pushing this onto me. Oh, that's right. You don't have any empathy. It's how you were able to cheat on me.
But you were so kind to me when you didn't know about the affair. You really loved me, didn't you? Can't we go back to that time?
You must be really tired. What utter nonsense you're spouting. I'm getting a divorce and suing for emotional damages. Then you and I will become complete strangers.
Aiden, please don't leave me. I'll never betray you again, and I'll be the best mother for the baby.
Of course you'll be the best mother for your baby. That's a given. Just do it with the other guy. You're talking to the wrong person.
I'm not sure I'll be able to do this without you.
You're a mother now. Mothers don't just abandon their children, do they?
Being a single mother will be tough. Aiden, please.
Then you should marry the other man. He's the real father. You lectured to me a lot about parental responsibility. So you'll take responsibility for your daughter, won't you? After that, I got divorced from Josie. Then I sued her and her affair partner for emotional damages. He was planning to leave Josie because he got his big role. But Josie told everyone he was a deadbeat father all over social media. He wasn't the most famous actor, but the few fans he did have blew this up on the web. He lost his big gig as a result of this. The affair partner was forced to take over his family business and pay child support. I hear that Josie is raising the baby at her parents', but her parents are always on her about the affair. Sounds like she's having a pretty difficult time, completely unlike her former cushy life. She works part-time to pay her parents back for the lawsuit money they gave her. I'm sure the baby will be fine, since her grandparents have got their heads screwed on right. The baby turned out not to be mine, no surprises there. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to having her at one point. I suppose it doesn't matter what I think, when I'm not her father or anything. But she bears no guilt in all of this, so I hope she has a good life. I'm not completely over all that happened. But I'd like to get back to living life normally one day.